Arifin và số 29 đó là Chia Jung Hen. Năm nay thì cả U23 Thái Lan và U23 Singapore thì cả hai thủ môn của họ đều là những cầu thủ nằm ngoài độ tuổi U23. Bên phía Thái Lan đó là thủ thành Kawin, không quá xa lạ với những fan hâm mộ của bóng đá Việt Nam nữa. Còn về phía Singapore, thủ thành Jaiful Nizam cũng là một trong những cầu thủ quá tuổi của đội bóng này. Nói thì đây là một trận đấu mà cả hai đội bóng cần phải nỗ lực để có chiến thắng, đặc biệt là đối với các cầu thủ Thái Lan. Trong trận đấu đầu tiên của Singapore giải đấu này thì họ chơi với sơ đồ là 3-5-2. Hôm nay thì có vẻ như cao thủ Singapore vẫn chơi với sơ đồ 3 trung vệ. Lúc này thì hai cánh của họ đã dâng cao hơn. Theo đường xuất phát của Singapore có một sự thay đổi người so với trận đấu đầu tiên, đó là vị trí của cầu thủ chạy cánh trái mang áo 11 Din Canadi, anh đá chính để thay cho cầu thủ số 4 Robin Abdullah. Ben Davis bóng không tới được vị trí của Gustafsson. Chính điều khiển trận đấu này là trọng tài người Maldives, ông Adam Fazi. Trợ lý số 1 cũng là một trọng tài người ông Ahmed Abdullah. Trợ lý số 2 là trọng tài người Liban, ông Rabit Omeras. Trọng tài thứ tư là ông Naruro, trọng tài người Tajikistan. Ông Naruro chính là trọng tài đã bắt chính trong trận đấu mà Thái Lan để thua các cầu thủ Malaysia ở vòng đấu đầu tiên. Trong trận đấu đầu tiên của vòng 2 khu vực bảng B thì cao thủ Campuchia đã có trận đấu ra quân xuất sắc khi đánh bại U23 Lào với tỷ số là 4-1. Một kết quả rất bất ngờ so với những gì mà U23 Campuchia đã thể hiện tại giải U23 vô địch Đông Nam Á diễn ra trên sân nhà. Đúng là không khí trên sân vận động Thiên Trường cực kỳ ấn tượng. Trưởng đoàn bóng đá của Thái Lan bà Manapang đã quá ấn tượng với những gì mà các cổ động viên Việt Nam đã cổ vũ cho các đội bóng ở giải đấu năm nay. Bà nói rằng từng làm bóng đá tới 16 năm nhưng thực sự quá bất ngờ về sự nhiệt tình cũng như là sự cuồng nhiệt của các cổ động viên có mặt trên sân vận động Thiên Trường. Và bà thực sự cảm ơn sự cổ vũ của tất cả những fan hâm mộ có mặt trong những trận đấu của các đội bóng diễn ra ở khu vực bảng B. Trong trận đấu đầu tiên của mình tại giải đấu hôm nay thì không ai nghĩ rằng Singapore lại gặp nhiều khó khăn như thế trước U23 Lào. Họ đã để thua trước với tỷ số là 0-2 và phải tới tận những phút cuối cùng của trận đấu thì mới có được các bàn thắng rút ngắn tỷ số còn 1-2, và phút 90+4 thì mới có bàn thắng san bằng tỷ số hòa 2 đều. Rồi, không được. Suýt chút nữa thì Thái Lan có được cơ hội nguy hiểm. Người vừa có tình huống xâm nhập đó chính là Nakin Wisechat. Phạt góc cho cao thủ Thái Lan. Trận đấu gặp Malaysia khi phải nhận thẻ đỏ ở phút thứ 41. Tất cả ý đồ chiến thuật của huấn luyện viên Mano Polking đã bị phá sản. Chỉ sau khoảng 2 phút thôi thì ông bắt buộc phải rút tiền đạo mục tiêu Patrick Gustafsson ra sân. Thay vào đó là trung vệ mang áo số 5 Anosak Jaifet. Và khi Jaifet vào sân để thay cho Patrick Gustafsson, anh đã cặp trung vệ cùng Chunapat Buafan. Và trận đấu này cũng vậy. Hai trung vệ của Thái Lan vào lúc này đó là số 16 Buafan và số 5 Anosak Jaifet. Thực tế thì giải đấu này U23 Thái Lan không có được lực lượng được coi là như ý nhất. Vì khá nhiều những câu lạc bộ tại Thái League đã không nhả quân, đặc biệt là Buriram. Với việc Buriram sẽ phải chơi trận bán kết tại Cúp Quốc gia Thái Lan gặp câu lạc bộ Suphanburi vào ngày 18 tháng 5 thì rõ ràng câu lạc bộ này rất khó để nhả được những cầu thủ được coi là tốt nhất của mình dành cho đội tuyển U23 Thái Lan. Lúc này thế trận vẫn đang diễn ra khá cân bằng. Singapore cũng không e ngại đẩy cao đội hình để chơi song phẳng với cầu thủ U23 Thái Lan.
Thailand started so well against Malaysia, looked very, very comfortable until that red card. And it seemed as though they were all over the place in that second 45 minutes. And got 1-0 up as well. But Malaysia, what a spirited second 45 for them. Getting that last gasp winner as well. Thailand pretty much doing what they did against Malaysia, looking to retain possession and keep the ball.
Yeah, I spoke to a delighted Brad Maloney after the Malaysia win. Told him he'd ruined my career as a tipster. But he was obviously...
Yeah, Bugsy.
Yeah, Bugsy
would have been buzzing.
Especially pleased with the character they showed.
Yeah, they were patient and they did create a couple of opportunities late on. And it could have been more, if we're being honest. Big, strong sliding challenge coming in the middle of the park. Thailand now look to get something going. Free kick. Ekanit just caught by Ryan.
Yeah, the ball had gone, just got a split second late. I mean, once you go in with 2 feet like that, you're on a hard into nothing. Because you're not in control of your tackle. It makes the
referees... Yeah, it makes the referee's decision so much easier. Yeah. That's what happened with the red card for Kemdi. Just give the referee very little option.
Singapore got a very high line on the edge of the box. Big gap, they can put the ball in there. Huge gap.
They've got big boys as well. Wojcik delivers, it's decent. Well, Saiful came, a little flap, pushes it wide for a corner.
You don't want that for your first touch. That won't do him any good. But that huge gap though made that ball easily to put in.
Good attempt to deliver this time. And again, not convincing from Saiful in goal. Got a touch on it though.
It looks as though he's carrying a fair bit of weight, that keeper. And doesn't look over 6 foot.
It's about 5'9". Third corner in succession then for Thailand. Drilled in, headed straight up in the air. It's the blue shirts that come away with the ball. Davis. A little bit of a scramble there. The ball firing around all over the place. And the referee waiting to see if there was an advantage, but there wasn't. Karen getting caught.
Clumsy more than anything else. I think if I was Thailand now, I'd be putting the instruction in, put the ball in the air, under the crossbar. Let's see this goalkeeper, he looks rattled in the air. Every set piece should be put in right under the bar from now.
And let's see if that's what they do. Zulfami. Good defending. Just got to get your body in the way, and Irfan Dolat did exactly that. There he is. Well, he achieved his dream. He's been playing over in Belgium, had a 5-year contract with OH Leuven in Belgium.
Also played in Japan.
It's actually, yeah, with Consadole Sapporo. Won 3 Suzuki Cups as well. It's no wonder you trusted him.
You know, he bothered to teach himself English because he knew they had to, you know, survive as a foreigner. Changed his diet, did everything from a good family, well-educated boy, but a model professional for any Southeast Asian kid in any country.
There's the bibbed hulking now. That little incident forcing him to put a bib on. Here comes Singapore. Zikos with a little layoff. Just poked forwards there from Kairin, but nobody there. Davis trying to wiggle his way through.
It's great to see that crowd as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good to see crowds coming back and football stadiums full. It's good to see as well men, women and children all in attendance here in Vietnam.
And the cheapest seats are $8 US, which is quite a lot for the Vietnamese salary.
Ball fired in, wasn't the best there from Irfan. Easy pickings in the end from Zeifel. Well, we've had sellout crowds at all of the games so far, and it looks pretty full there as well.
I mean, I think this is the first time big games have gone to the provinces. It's the first time in the other group where Phu that they've had an international game. So it's great for the people who've never had to travel to Hanoi or Saigon. So they're really appreciating having big-time football there.
It's the next generation that's coming through from these countries, and this is where they can showcase themselves. Easily defended, just launched clear. Had our first 0-0 yesterday. The Philippines shutting out Vietnam. A real professional job it was defensively from the Philippines. Vietnam just weren't cooking like they were when they played against Indonesia. Singapore looking sharper than they did in their opening game against Laos as well.
There's a strong argument, well, strong if you're objective, that Thailand and Vietnam should maybe put a under-19s or under-20s team out here, because their aim should be now World Cup qualification 2026 and the Asian Cup, and start to breed the next generation, get them international football. But national pressure comes onto it. You've got the administration, the media saying you must have national pride, you must win for Vietnam, you must win if you're Thai. So they can't be objective in a football sense.
Troop delivers. Cowan misses it. A real chance for Singapore. No one could get on the end of it though. In the end, Thailand just hack it clear. Anywhere will do. Oh, uncharacteristic from the flying Cowan.
Yep, he came. If you come, you've got to get it.
Was flicked on by Zico's Tra. Still no shots. 20 minutes gone. Somewhat surprising. Nice ball played into the channel. Ekanit pulls it back, and that was good defending from Harry Stewart. Now Singapore look to counter.
Yeah, USA 2026 World Cup is 48 teams. So there's a huge chance now for a Southeast Asian team to get there. And obviously, you think Thailand and Vietnam are the two sides who should be planning for that 5 years ago. But at least now they should get 4 years preparation. Well, in fact, it's not 4 years, it's 2 years, because you start the qualification in 2024.
But like you said, it's about the here and now. They've got to win. That's a nice little interchange of passing. Davies picks up the ball. Little reverse pass there. Saiful off his line in a flash. Chu being forced back. Thailand just keep possession again as it's given back to them.
Davies looks like he's got a free role, playing sort of in between the lines and like a playmaker. It's a very clever ball.
Just slightly overcooked though, as he was looking for Gustafsson. He gave Thailand the lead in the 33rd minute against Malaysia. Big lad. And the fans out in full force.
The Thais have accepted the foreigners, the half foreigners, it's the naturalised foreigners. They've seen that now as a way to success. The Vietnamese are still very reluctant to go along that path. And obviously the Philippines are the experts at it.
Yeah, they were the first ones really that set up a global scouting network to identify talent that was out there. With a tip back on his feet. Big diagonal ball. Just a little bit too much again for Ekanit. Nakin brought into the starting lineup today. Came on as a sub in the last game as well, though. Thailand win the throw. It's a gritty performance from Singapore so far. They are keeping the Thais at bay. Defensively, you can see a bank of 5 and 4. That's why Thailand possession is just increasing. That's a lovely ball pulled back from Ekanit.
There's no doubt that Ben Davis, no doubt Ben Davis has got good vision. He can see the ball, see a pass under pressure. He can see the experience of playing in a higher league.
He had signed for Fulham initially when they were in the Premier League. Made one appearance for Fulham in the League Cup. Coming on as a late sub, and now plies his trade at Oxford United.
And I think if it wasn't for national service, he could be playing in a red shirt tonight.
Very much so. Again, that big diagonal. They are looking to get in down the right-hand side. Nakin pushing on as much as he can. Lovely reverse pass. They're in behind. Pulled back. Ekanit wanted to try and take it away. And taken out on that occasion. And a yellow card. Is that the first yellow card of the game? Yeah. Again, another clumsy challenge, but I think he knew exactly what he was doing. Yeah, knew exactly what he was doing, Steve. Trepipat goes into the book. Singapore look to try and come forwards now. Just flicked into the channel. No one there. Body strength was there from Anusak, just holding off the challenge. Just clipped forward, hopefully more than anything from Thailand on that occasion. It's a decent ball in, picked up by Ryan. Ryan squares it, was just looking for Sikos. Great ball in initially though from Joel Chu. Thailand under pressure there.
Superb cross. Because what we're looking at is, there's like a phrase coaching. The space is neat, ball arrives, then the man arrives. Don't get him in that sequence, nothing happens. And that was perfect. Put the ball in the right space. He did his job. It was up to the striker to get into that space, to arrive at the right time.
So failing to deliver. Fired into that near post area. They've still got the ball. Pulled back across, Carey having to scramble with his feet there after Harris had hit it goal bound. Half chance. It is again drilled into that near post area, and
he did very well to get the pen in there.
Doesn't matter as a goalkeeper, you can save it with your ear, you can save it with your knee, you can save it with your foot. As long as you stop it going in to the back of the net, that's your job. Half an hour gone at the U23 Stadium. 0-0 at the moment. Thailand trying to knock on the door, and they're getting in behind here. Irfan fires it across, but it's way too far away from any attacker. Harmlessly behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, and there's the case there. Put the ball just by the 6-yard box, and they've got a chance because they're running onto the ball. And the look the striker gave him tells you it all.
Yeah, and Enekit. There was two of them. Ekenit and Gustafsson. They weren't happy with that cross. Well, the biggest 1-2 that we've seen tonight with Zeifel and Ryan Stewart. Harris plays that one forwards. Closed down very quickly though. Okay, a little dink over the top, looking to get in behind. You turn around and it does look a sellout crowd. There don't look many spaces available at all.
Be interesting to see if the frustration gets to Thailand. The longer it goes on, Thailand obviously expect to win. The crowd expect them to win. They expect themselves to win. Do they start getting frustrated?
I think that's what happened in the second half. In that opening game against Malaysia. There's a foul. No attempt whatsoever to play the ball from Irfan. Straight into the back of Ryan Stewart. So Fami just been told to pull his socks up by the referee. Cut and thrust at the moment from either side. Singapore, you would say, doing a better job than Thailand, because they would expect Thailand to come at them all the time. They are keeping them quiet.
I think Thailand need to get Ben Davies involved more. It looks like he can break things down, he can see things.
He brought him off at half-time as well in the last game, after bringing Gustafsson off in the 41st minute when that red card happened. So the creativity had totally gone. Joel Chu losing out. Gustafsson. Got pace. Straight into the arms of the keeper though.
I mean, the strikers now have got to be busting their guts to get in on the end of there. There's no one in sight. He put the cross in. He can't do any more than that. They've got to bust their guts to get in there.
Big long shot from range coming in that had Zeifel scrambling across his goal. It's a good 40 yards out as well.
Yeah, you shouldn't be beaten from there.
Good attempt it was. Throwing for Thailand. If I'm being told to go back and take it from the correct spots, the referee wants him all the way back. Playing little triangles on that occasion. Waterchip trying to keep possession but concedes it. 10 minutes to go till half time. Zeifel launches one long and everybody battling away. Having to go all the way back. Even Cohen doesn't want to go for that one. So Anasak gets there first.
I think at the moment Nasri would be the happier coach.
Apology there from Zeifel. Well, one back from Ryan Stewart. Good turn from Zikos. And almost the perfect ball. Just didn't have enough legs on it though. Harris wins the throw. Over the top. And another Thailand throw-in. Ball whipped in behind the defenders, but harmlessly beyond the goal line as well.
What you have to learn as well if you're a foreign coach with a Thai team is that if you need to tell somebody off, you know, to improve for their own sake, you've got to do it privately. You can't do it in front of the whole group because they lose face. And if you lose face, you lose the player. So it's something foreign coaches really have to adapt to working with guys. They'll take it one-to-one, no problem.
Ball played through. Zikos is going to get there. Wins the corner. That's just because he's battled his way there. Zikos Chua. So corner. Can Singapore sneak one here? Can the quality be there from Joel Chu? Again, it's another poor ball into the box and it's hacked away. Joel Chu will get a second bite of the cherry. This time it's blocked. back in there. Was the contact?
Well, no one appealed, which is
Together more than
surprising.
anything. Yeah.
I think there's a case for a penalty there.
It is from that angle when you see it. There, that is a penalty.
Yeah.
Is the referee behind the man? That should have been given. Oh, that's a poor decision from the official. Should have been a penalty.
I don't think the Singaporeans made enough of it. Every red shirt should have had their hands up there screaming penalty. Oh, without a doubt.
It is a penalty.
And you have to say, why didn't the linesman see that? Because the linesman will have been in line with that.
Well, Singapore can feel hard done by there. That should have been a penalty. It should have been awarded. There's that pitch just on this near side cutting up a little bit again. That's why it was a little stumble from Ryan.
Oops.
There you see.
I thought it was a
That's
bad
dangerous.
touch,
That could have been.
but got stuck in the grass, yeah.
That's actually dangerous because when he got caught and he's fallen over, if the player's coming in to tackle him, that's how you get really, really hurt.
It's a leg breaker, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Just because the pitch cut up a divot. Good touch from Kieran. Trying to close down. Thailand try to play their way out, but only into trouble. Zulfami goes for the far corner. He knows a thing or two about football up in Thailand, having played his trade there for a few years.
Yeah, you see, he knew what he was trying to do.
Just didn't get the quality that he wanted. He knows better than that, and he is a better player than that. Just couldn't get it where he wanted it to dip a little bit more. Ball flicked over the top, but again, Seifel quickly off his line. There's another nudge there. It's the second one from Anusak. It's a lovely ball threaded through. A chance here. Ekanit. Good save from Saiful Nizam. That was better from Thailand. A little bit more space here. Gustafsson goes down quickly. Zulfami gets a nudge in the back and will win the free kick. Should have scored there, Thailand.
Yeah, that'll do the keeper's confidence great though. Had a shaky start, and he's done well there. Made himself big.
Ekanit just trying to go across the keeper. Got his angles spot on. Saiful Nizam on that occasion.
Yeah, he came out the right distance and he planted. And if you plant, that means you're going to take off if the shot's gone. If you go too far and you're moving, they slide it past you or through the legs even. That was good goalkeeping there.
So just a minute or so to go before half time.
Lionel Lewis is watching, he'd have been proud of that, as Lionel had superb technique in that area.
Lovely touch play through, Davis goes to ground, penalty awarded. Now Singapore will feel really, really aggrieved. They should have had a penalty at the other end. Srinasir can't quite believe it. Davis went through, got upended. Penalty Thailand. Penalty for you, Steve?
I think it's clever by Davis. I don't think he'd have caught that ball. So he felt the touch and a go over. I think that's clever football. You could, I mean, certainly the other end, definitely a penalty. That one a maybe, but a clever player made the most of it.
I've just been told to stay on his line. An opportunity for Davis to score his first international goal for Thailand. Comfortable, cool, calm, collected. Taifun Nizam slightly going the wrong way, but right on the stroke of half time. The penalty awarded and Thailand take the lead.
Well, I wouldn't be doing that, lads, till the end of the game. I think it's been quite fortunate at the moment.
It's almost straight down the middle. Not really in the corners. Just outfoxing the keeper.
Yeah. And obviously the player that Singapore didn't want to score past them.
Well, it was given, he was upended. He's from the penalty spot.
I think that was one of those that you want it if it's for you, and you certainly don't think it was if it wasn't.
Say that again.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. So 2 minutes are almost up of time added on. Thailand in search of a second. But Singapore will feel aggrieved that they didn't get themselves a penalty. Lovely touch there from Zikos. He's all on his own though, has to wait for support. The referee says that will do for the first 45 minutes. Well, that's the difference. Ben Davis was upended and scored from the penalty spot. Singapore themselves should have had a penalty, but it wasn't given. Plenty of work to do for both sides in the second 45 minutes. But at half-time in this Group B encounter from the Tien Trung Stadium, it's Thailand 1, Singapore 0. Thailand leading Singapore by that solitary goal to 0, courtesy of a penalty from Ben Davis. Singapore will feel aggrieved though. They should have had a penalty for a shove in the back. And a sack it was. They barged over, but it wasn't given at all. Singapore have had a couple of half opportunities. Thailand have just kept the ball. It's been a real tetchy, cagey affair for both sides. Taifun Nizam has been the busier of the two goalkeepers. Going there, just lashing that one away with his feet. And in the end, anywhere will do. Long-range strikes coming in as well, as Thailand have been kept at bay by Singapore. You can see Polking wanting a little bit more. So Fami, with an effort and an attempt, wasn't really near the goal. He does have a little bit better quality than that. That's gone, done and dusted. Too high, too wide. Real opportunity for Ekanit Panya, who broke through, but Saiful Nizam stood big and strong for Singapore. Did ever so well. Just kept his composure and calm to keep that one out. Well, we haven't seen an incident where Singapore should have had a penalty, but was there enough contact there for a penalty? Would Davies have got the ball had he carried on? It didn't matter, the referee thought so, pointed to the penalty spot. Davies slotted it home, 1 minute into stoppage time.
As Singapore's COVID-19 situation continues to improve, the government is further easing community measures. From 26 April, there will be no group size limits. Safe distancing will not be required between individuals or groups. Mask wearing will continue to be required indoors and optional outdoors. All workers can return to the workplace. Workers can remove their mask when they're not interacting physically with others and when they're not in customer-facing areas. There will be no capacity limits for large events. From 26 April, health risk notices will not be issued. Infected persons should inform their close contacts. As the situation improves, all of us must continue to practice social responsibility and stay vigilant.
달콤하고 매콤한 한국식 K-소스. 바삭바삭 겉바속촉 치킨 패티. 맛있다. 한국인 입맛에 딱 맞는 새로운 짱짱 버거. 짜장짱짱짱.
We'll celebrate Mother's Day this Sunday.
This week on Sunny Side Up.
What's that?
Mom's scarf. It still has a smell on it. Happy Mother's Day! A business class plane ticket to Marina Bay.
You deserve a good break.
A break from you too, is it?
Sunny Side Up, Monday to Thursday on 5. More episodes of Sunny Side Up are available on demand for free on MeWatch. Brought to you by main sponsor Mitsubishi Electric Starmex Aircon.
Beyond hydration, breathability, passion, confidence. Combining two technologies. Bausch & Lomb Ultra One Day. Beyond comfort. Live the Ultra Life.
One of Asia's most imaginative chefs.
Chef Gagan Anand. Oh my.
Dangles the ultimate carrot.
3 months of internship with me.
I want this so bad.
But will this mystery box...
Oh, mystery box. What's in it?
Turn dreams into nightmares. Catch the encore telecast of MasterChef Singapore Season 3, Tuesday, 8 p.m. exclusively on Vibe and MeWatch. Brought to you by main sponsors Vizu, Swiss perfection for your home. Nespresso, what else? DBS, Live More, Bank Less. Official pantry partner, CS Fresh. Official spices partner, Baba's. Partner, Singapore Food Agency.
Enjoy your meal.
Do I look like I've time for a headache?
Panadol Extra with Optizorb gets to work 2 times faster and helps relieve multiple tough pains.
Having dengue was the worst experience of my life.
It felt like razor-sharp spikes stabbing my flesh. The rashes on my hands and feet were unbearably painful and itchy. I couldn't sleep for days.
Stop dengue now. Start your Mozzie Wipeout. Stop dengue with BLOCK.
I see many struggle to find effective skincare. They use insufficient moisturizer as it's sticky. Skin can get dry and itchy when outdoors.
Introducing Sunohara Sensitive Skincare. Clinically proven to relieve dryness and itch with MTO. Gently cleanses and locks in moisture with non-sticky lotion. Plus 1 minute itch relief mist on the go. Live skin secure with Sunohara all day, every day.
Section 4, this area, get inside. Go in.
Field camp is very unpredictable.
We just did how?
It went very long. We can plan for everything.
Dude, it's literally the most tiring thing I've ever done.
But we also have to expect the unexpected.
Every Singaporean Sun Season 3, Wednesday 8:30 p.m. on 5. More episodes of Every Singaporean Sun Season 3 are available on demand for free on MeWatch. Brought to you by Pioneer.
Gain City Megastore at Sungai Kadut reopening sale with superb savings, amazing deals, the latest technology, and an enhanced shopping experience. Up to $300 off aircons, $100 off $1,000 spent on TVs and home appliances, up to $250 off IT products, additional 20% off promotional prices, and $100 off $1,000 spent on bedding and furniture. Then a chance to win a brand new BYD E6 electric car with every $100 spent. Hurry to Gain City Megastore at Sungai Kadut reopening sale.
我们常以为只要坚持运动就能拥有强健的体魄，可是过于频繁和激烈的运动可能会导致关节受损，引发关节问题。这绝对不是老年人才会面对的困扰哦。
Colosamide 能够有效保护和增强软骨组织，缓解关节疼痛问题。
每日仅需饮用1包 Colosamide， 便约等于服用了数颗葡萄糖胺胶囊，更有利于人体吸收。
长期饮用 Colosamide 可以帮助提升和增强关节力量。
Remember the last time you had the most restful sleep? Where you could feel the gentle breeze caress your skin, softly embracing you. With each touch, relax deeper into unprecedented comfort. There's nothing quite like quality sleep with Temper. Start your day fresh and enjoy the first moments of your day with the sights of beautiful greenery and the relaxing sounds of nature. Experience your dream resort getaway with Temper Suite at Tamara's Sanctuary Resort Sentosa.
这样的寒冷最爽啊！哟，还不如在大热天享受小七狗寒天 Soft Jelly 清爽冰凉。小七狗寒天 Soft Jelly 有4种口味：芒果、柠檬、蜂蜜柚子、洛神花，健康又方便。它提取自生海红枣，比一般燕菜更营养，有丰富的膳食纤维、矿物质，满满的海洋胶原蛋白和维生素 C， 吃了皮肤美美。小七狗纤维多，有饱足感。 先冷藏，再拿出来摇一摇就可享用，热量非常低，身材不走样。
Sajiko 寒天 Soft Jelly， 摇一摇，想吃就吃。
PropNext Monopoly Championship. Over $300,000 cash prizes. Be a champion and win $108,000. Register now at www.monopoly.propnext.com. Limited slots.
I wouldn't want anyone to experience dengue. It was a blow like nothing I ever felt before. My gums bled for days. My teeth were constantly blood-stained.
Stop dengue now. Start your Mozzie wipeout. Stop dengue with BLOCK.
Mom, are you okay?
I'll be fine with my tea.
Ma, I really want you to get better.
Panadol Optizorb is gentle on the stomach and leaves the body naturally.
Effective on pain, gentle on you.
Out of printer ink again? Buy from ink555.com and save up to 70%. Over 500 premium and reliable models available. Call or text 8600-8100 or visit ink555.com now.
世上只有妈妈好。妈，你还记得这个是什么时候吗？
不记得。
她的记忆力不再像以前那样。妈， 来看看我买了些什么。Brands Memo Plus 富含 Probaptogen， 运用了白兰氏鸡精的独家技术萃取出的独家成分，经历10年的研究心血，加上钙质和维生素 E，Memo Plus 能够在6周内快速显现效果，有效帮助维持脑部健康和认知功能。我和妈妈的回忆都应该被好好守护。
首次购买2瓶 Brands Memo Plus 可享有40%的折扣和免运费，快拨打1800-732-2222，1800-732-2222。
Biodiversity is essential to life and builds resilience against climate change. We help our ecosystem thrive by collaborating with partners and initiating projects across the region. At MSIG, we are raising awareness and making it a joy for everyone to get involved. Because for us all, protecting biodiversity is the insurance for a sustainable future.
Mom's a diabetic. Her favorite breakfast is Nutrient Diabetes, a complete nutritional supplement with low glycemic index. With proper nutrition, Mom is able to continue doing what she loves.
Power your day with Nutrient Diabetes.
Marigold 100% juice, picked from nature's best.
Want to stay flexible like me? You need Caltrate with UC2. It improves joint mobility in as early as 30 days and is 2 times more effective than glucosamine and chondroitin. Take Caltrate with UC2.
Pushing the boundaries of research, helping the world to sleep healthier. King Coil has worked with leading chiropractors. Driven by technology, science and cutting-edge design, King Coil promises more than a mattress. The biggest selling mattress brand in Singapore. A house is made of bricks and beams. A home is made of rest and dreams. King Coil American brand pocket and spring mattresses since 1898.
OMG! Last chance to try Pizza Hut's chicken satay pizza. Marinated chicken, ketupat, peanut sauce, and mozzarella cheese. It's simply satisfying. Enjoy 50% off all your favorite pizzas. Get your slice of simple now.
Dengue weakened me like never before. The pain was unbearable. My muscles and joints felt like they were being crushed day in and day out.
Stop dengue now. Start your Mozzie wipeout. Stop dengue with BLOCK.
Very warm welcome back to the Tien Trong Stadium, where Thailand are taking on Singapore in Group B action. And it is Thailand that just have their noses in front at the moment. And Davis was upended and won a penalty, got up and slotted it home as well. Singapore will feel a little bit aggrieved themselves. They should have had a penalty when Anasak barged into the back of someone in the penalty box, but it wasn't given. One change then. Glenn Quay is coming on for Joel Chu. So some fresh legs may be what Singapore need. We know they've got that never say die attitude. We saw that in the Lao game where they scored that equaliser late on. Thailand did go into this game as favourites, are currently in the lead. They get us underway then in the blue strip, kicking from left to right, and the former under-23 national team coach of Thailand is with us, Steve Darby, former winner of the women's football event with the Vietnamese national team. Steve, easy team talks at half-time, or maybe a little bit more structured?
I think Nasri would have been very, very happy at first until the penalty went in. And I think they feel a bit frustrated about that penalty. They've been playing with a back three and a 3-4-2-1 really. But the key is, if you're going to play that system, you've got to get the 2 wide players in behind, up at the full-backs of Thailand. That's the important thing. I mean, I think Singapore have done well. I think they'll be aggrieved, and certainly worth a draw, and possibly, you know, the way they're playing, they could pinch something. But now it's going to be tougher.
Yeah, it is going to be a little bit tougher because, as you said earlier, the Thais, every time they go onto the field of play, expect to win. The fans, the media, everything that's around Thailand. But Singapore can be stubborn. We saw that in that first half. Just that dubious penalty, I think it's fair to say, that separates the two sides.
See, even there, in the shape we're seeing now, Zico Stewart is on his own. He's isolated. In fact, he's actually come back into his own half there. So it's really difficult for him, because when he gets the ball, he's got to hold it up, and they've got to be supporting at pace.
Let's see if they can get that right. That's brilliantly kept in as well, by the way, and a chance for Thailand to double the advantage. Good challenge, though, from Ryan. Danger not clear yet. Long-range shot. Good stop from Saiful Nizam. And an own goal. The ball just fired back across the face of goal. Harry Stewart put his foot there and it bulged the back of the net. So it's the perfect start for Thailand at the start of this second 45 minutes. Singapore unlucky again.
I think the first incident that occurred, I hope we see it, is by the corner flag. You could argue, was it a foul or was it a shoulder charge? And once he won it, you know, a second came up with a shot, good shot I felt, that was a good shot. And to be fair to the keeper, he pushed it away, he didn't push it back in, and that's just called hard luck, mate.
He had to put his foot there to try and stop it going across the face of goal, and sometimes that happens to defenders. Here's that save again, and unfortunately there's that goal.
That was an excellent strike, and he did the right thing, the keeper. He got down. You either hold it or you push it away from your goal, and he certainly pushed it away, but some good following in there by the Thai player. Now Singapore, realistically, they've got to push two men up. You can't rely just having one player now, because they're not supporting him well enough.
Well, they've been in this position before, 2 goals down, and managed to fight back to salvage a 2-2 draw against Laos. They need to make inroads now. You're right, they do have to sacrifice something defensively or in midfield to get somebody up with Zico Stewart. Let's see what changes Nasri will make, because I'm sure he will.
See, they're playing with a back 5 at the moment. Realistically, that should be a back 3 now, and the 5 should be in midfield and 2 up front.
Well, let's see. They did something similar in the last game against Laos when they were 2-0 down. He made the changes in the 54th minute. I can remember that because I wasn't afraid to mix things up. Maybe he'll do it again early today. Having to track all the way back in to try and defend. Thailand get on with things quickly. Davis. Time and space. Back in. A little give and go is absolutely sublime. What a touch as well from Ekanit. Danger not clear yet though. Pulled back inside. Ekanit slams it home from 3 yards out. Thailand get their 3rd of this game. Singapore just didn't defend properly. Surely that's Thailand on their way to victory now.
Again, we're a tip is the kick. he had the shot for the second goal, which was saved, and the scramble at the own goal. We'll see again here the work done by Weir to the beautiful through ball.
It just with a little give and go initially.
There's the ball there.
Onside, clearly onside. Yeah. He had the little touch back there. Then and the right place at the right time.
Yep. And a little bit of luck there. Could very easily be in an offside position there, but the Singapore player was behind the goal. Madam Pang happy.
A little bit deeper.
That's what it means.
Captain
to the big
happy.
Man. Yeah.
Captain Cohen. Well, after what was a real stellar performance in that first 45 minutes from Singapore, within 5 minutes, or 6 minutes at the start of the second half, it's 3-0. All the damage being done in about 7 minutes. Stoppage time it was in the first half, and here are the changes. Zikos coming off, Jordan coming back on. It's really a centre-back, but played up top against Lau as well. Just a big physical presence. We'll see Singapore go a little bit more direct now.
Is it the Sasi Kumar approach from Singapore, who Nasri played with? Played a big centre half up front. But this fella obviously has got the physique to hold the ball. You've got to support him though. No point paying a 40-yard ball if you can't get up there and get the layoff. But the key at the moment to me has been the form of Weir attempt. He's controlling the ball from midfield, and now he's got a left foot to die for.
The change made by Nasri. Adam comes back on. Left out of the starting lineup today. Harit goes off. Interestingly, unlike the other day, Thailand not made any changes yet. He's kept with the bib. He must like that lucky shirt. Adam losing out as that one's flicked over the top. Little header back, has just enough on it from Ryan Sanazal. The linesman helping the referee on that occasion. Tonapat looks as though he's going to go into the book. Yep, clumsy.
He's just now got to be careful.
Second player. Yep, second player to be booked for Thailand after Jaipipat.
Now Singapore have got the big men now. Got to maximise that with the big men.
Jordan is one of those at 6'5", one of the tallest players in the competition, and they pick him out. Tufami with the ball in. He'd only needed a touch. The red shirts were there, but just couldn't get on the end of it. Fired across goal. Wasn't too bad a ball in, Steve.
Excellent delivery. It just needs to be, keeper can't go for it because he's got to wait to see if somebody intercepts it. So it's terrible news for the keeper when it's whipped in like that. Plus it's at a height, at head height, he really can't come out and catch it. But that was a superb delivery. Someone's got to get on the end of it though.
Just taken Zikos off. striker. You do feel for him, but Thailand come again. Davis. On the left foot, not as good as the right foot.
Yeah, leaning back. Once the head goes back, the ball goes high. The key is you actually watch the ball hit your foot. If it does that, the goal's never going to move. The goal stays where it is. If you watch the ball, you will get a good strike.
Love it, Steve. There's Jordan, being the pain that he is, getting that big frame in the way and winning the headers. Adam. Wins the throw.
The key of it. Then this isn't a 3-0 game. They've had 2 unlucky scrappy goals, but now they've got to get their heads back. They've got to sort their heads out and start to believe in themselves. You get a goal, it helps. Helps the scoreline, helps the morale, helps the confidence.
Well, they did it before against Laos. Can they do it again here? Yeah, you're right, they have been. I mean, it was a dubious penalty. Wasn't it a penalty? They've had their own goal. And then that little bit of a scrappy goal where they didn't really deal with it and they should have done.
The Thais have been, I think, a little bit lucky with how they've got these goals. I mean, no one's going to complain. A goal's a goal. But they haven't been created beautifully. They've got a little bit of luck here, a bit, maybe a foul there. You know, certainly the second one could have been a foul in the corner. We never saw that on the replay, but
yep.
You know, there's an argument that the Singapore player was barged.
Yep, well, I'd rather be lucky than good. Change coming for Thailand. It's just too much for Ryan to be able to try and keep that one in play.
If you're going to play long balls to the 6'5" player, someone's got to risk that he will win it. They've got to gamble that if the big man's going to win it, and you'll get the flick on. So one comes for the second ball if he doesn't quite win it, but the other player gets beyond him to try and get the win if he wins it.
So Korowicz comes on like he did in the last game, the 22-year-old. Gustafsson is the man that goes off. Davis wins the free kick. Just in between the lines there, Ekanit tries to play it behind. Again, Harry Stewart had to come across and deal with the situation as the substitute Korowicz was going bearing down on goal.
Good tackle in the end, got the ball first. But it was always dangerous, so if you're in the box, it's very, very hard. You've got to stay on your feet.
Ball just poked away. Strong challenge there. Saying he went for the ball. The linesman's the one that's given that. Irfan doesn't look happy. Just asks why.
Well, he thinks he got the ball. Yeah, I think he did actually.
Just caught him with the follow through. sloppy from Singapore. Just need to be a little bit crisper with the passing. Took funny out wide to Adam. Adam looking for Jordan in behind.
Still only playing with one player up front though. And they've drifted into a back five. They've got to be brave, I think, and go to a back three.
Maybe they'll do that a little bit later.
Yeah, the big man up front is going to die if he has to keep running across and doing shuttle runs to close down the Thai players.
That was what Sikos was doing when he was on. A little bit more mobile than Jordan. Jordan, different type of player. Down the right hand side. Played forwards there from Len Quay. Here is Jordan, here is the big man. Just ran straight into the back of Chaipipat.
Stop being nice to him.
Just caught him.
Yeah, accident.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, if you're 6'5" and you're built like that, stop being nice. You've got to be hated.
He did just catch his ankle by the looks of things.
I mean, if you're being brutal now, Singapore have got to start thinking Cambodia. Because that's the next game. Next game that matters. You know, it's going to be a miracle to get 4. Let's be realistic. They shouldn't get 4. We'd all love to see it, but that's not going to happen. So, what we've got to start thinking is, how did Cambodia play? They've got to get in there tonight, watch the video of this game, okay, find out where we went wrong. And it wasn't that bad, really. Then they've got to start looking at Cambodia's game. How can we exploit Cambodia?
Yep, they looked pretty solid a little bit earlier on today. Ran out 4-1 winners against Laos. And that game on the 11th, so just 2 days' time they go again. Then they play on the 14th and they take on Malaysia. Chit dropping deep.
He's the man that's run the game for me. Always available.
And he is again, just making little angles so he can get more touches on the ball. Back to Adam. Cheryl just concedes possession and strong challenge coming in. Nakin gets upended.
Is there an argument, you think, for playing both Jordan and Zikos up front.
Chance here though, chance and a goal. It's 4-0. Thailand turning the screw a little bit here. Well, we've seen the replay. The ball had been launched forwards. Ekanat, it looks like he's going to get awarded with the goal. Surely that's it now. Second of the game for Ekanat. Just in behind, checked inside, good footwork, and just tucked it into that bottom corner. That's game over now.
And you've got to say, to be fair to that one, that's a good goal. Good individual play. He's been involved in all of the goals in some capacity, Ekanat.
For him tonight. He has looked very lively. He'd only scored one goal for the under-23s before this. Within the space of 15 minutes, gets himself two.
Now you'd be thinking, let's get my good players off, let's rest them.
Change. I mean, Najib's coming on. Karen has gone off. And Najib should be fine. Still looking at sticking with that 5 at the back. It's a very strong challenge. It was the lunge in because he was off the floor and showed the studs, which is why Shah has gone into the book.
Well, the frustration's telling. We saw there 2 players up front. Yeah, we deserved yellow. We saw up front the 2 players tried to press. If you press up front, the midfield has got to squeeze up, the back has got to squeeze up. Like when you look at Liverpool, they say Liverpool got a high line. Well, they do have a high line because the whole team squeezes up when the front players press. We saw there the Singaporean lads work hard, but they were picked off, and they picked off because the midfield hadn't pushed up to support.
Another possession stack growing in favour of Thailand. I think it's only going to get a little bit bigger as well now as they will look to try and keep the ball as much as possible. Challenges flying in from the Singapore players, as you mentioned, that frustration. Jordan just cuts it back inside, but do well to get the ball. And does he win the throw, or is it a corner?
Would you play him up front with Zikos, the 2 big lads up front? Against Cambodia?
Yeah, I would have done. Yeah, I would. Why not? Got to try something. Just run out of pitch on that occasion. Which is why it's a goal kick. Shah just running out of space. Thailand keen and eager for a little bit more. What a chip. On two with Davis. Lovely little ball back. Blocked shot on that occasion as Korowicz got on the ball, so another corner for Thailand.
I think Thailand certainly won't take the foot off, because in tournaments like this, with such a small tournament, goals for will count. And especially if you've lost your first game, and we've seen Cambodia be a threat, Thailand will be thinking, you know, we've got Malaysia, now Cambodia, we've got to get goals when we can. And obviously this is the perfect time.
Well, it was needed in 2019 when Cambodia finished with 7 points, and so did the Philippines in Group A. And it was courtesy of Cambodia with a +6 difference as opposed to a +5 difference. Decent ball in. A free header there for Chonapat, but couldn't get the connection he wanted. Oh, that's a cute, clever little ball in behind. An unorthodox clearance, fell over and headed it clear. Muric again, looking to pull the strings. Well, there's been some afters there, which is why the linesman was waving his flag. So a free kick will go in favour of Thailand. For that.
Oh, I thought clumsy more than anything else. Accidental. I mean, they've got to be, the Singaporean lads have got to keep discipline as well, not get frustrated, because there are more they can't afford to get yellow cards, red cards, and get suspensions. If you're in the first 11, you've got to stay in the first 11. Don't give your spot away through a suspension. In that case, I think that was pure accident.
You never know when you can get back in. Yeah. Ryan Stewart looks as though he could be struggling. A quad, is it a thigh? It's a thigh injury. He's worked incredibly hard down that right hand side again. There you can just see towards the right hand side of your screen, he just went down. Thumbs up saying he's okay.
I mean, two things have made the difference tonight to me. One is the Thai's got a bit of luck with the penalty incident against and for them. And secondly, there's a couple of players, Wiratep, Davis, who look smart. Played at a higher league, intelligent footballers, and those two have made the difference in key situations. Can't fault the Singapore effort. Work rate's been tremendous.
Those are gimmies anyway, aren't they, with the work rate and the effort that you've got to put in, and they did extremely well until that penalty was given against them. It's just been that little bit of madness before and after the interval that has derailed Singapore in this game.
And possibly that's where your on-field leadership comes in. Have they got lads out there who, when it goes a bit naughty, when it gets a bit bad, like the 1-0, they start talking to the players, come on, let's get in. You had people like the Singaporeans, like Nasri himself, he never gave in. AD Iskander, yeah. Subramanian, these lads, when it got rough, they got stuck in. They led the other players. That's what's got to be, the overage players have got to be leaders on and off the pitch.
Thailand happy and content now just to literally play a little bit of keep ball. Ball flicked over the top. Korowicz waits for support. Nice ball fired out to this wide area. Nakin pushed on. Thais have kept the ball for about a minute and a half at the moment.
What we're seeing there as well is that, oh, beautiful.
Oh, what a ball.
Oh, yes. Is the Singapore at the moment aren't putting pressure on the man with the ball. If you give some of these midfielders like Weeratep, like Warwick time, they'll pick out the runners. That was it wasn't on. That was onside. Yes, that was a superb run and a great ball. So you've got to start close the man with the ball. Only takes one player. If you do that, it stops him having the time and the space to pick his pass.
Tidasak coming on for another run out. And it has done his job for today. 2 goals from him. He'll be very, very happy. But maybe not ecstatic, because maybe he could have felt if he stayed on, he might have got a hat-trick. Jacket comes on as well. Moricic goes off.
I don't know what Singapore do with their bonus system or incentive system, but I know the Thais will be heavily bonused to win games. For example, Lao were on a 100 million kip, which is actually 8,000 US, to win the game. Now, I'm just wondering what the Thais will be, because Madam Pang is the team manager. She will invest heavily financially in this team as well.
A little bit of time and space for Cyril. Kenkwe winning it back to Fami. Adam. Just given away again by Singapore. So just a fraction over 10 minutes to go. Plus a little bit of stoppage time, you would think, at the end of the game. Thailand lead 4-0. They will miss the next match day. As that shot blazes over the top. And again, frustration from Shah.
They did the hard work. They pressed. Because if they don't press now, Thailand will just play around at the back. Well, the press caused the error. The first player in caused the error. And sadly, the shot was a little bit, again, frustrated. Fatigue, frustration. Now they're starting to squeeze the ball. Because if they don't squeeze the ball, the Thais will just play around the back and keep it and waste time.
They're still trying to do that. Looking to keep the ball. There are big gaps starting to appear now. Jacket fires that one out wide into the path of Tidasak. Good overlapping run, decent ball in as well, and that is a real well-crafted and well-worked goal. Konowicz on the end of it, but the play and the build-up there, the passing, the movement, the delivery into the box and the finish, everything was spot on there for Thailand.
Yeah, no luck involved in that one. That was quality. And the key was the overlapping run, if we see it. Yeah, he started well before that. But again, what happened was the space was made, the ball arrives there, then the man arrives. He has a look, put it in front of the player. So the overlapping run was the key,
Yeah, where the goalkeeper can't come and it's difficult for defenders to defend. It was the perfect ball in.
The English FA used to call that the Pomo ball. the position of maximum opportunity.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah, when they score, that's where it is. It's actually between the 6-yard box and the penalty spot. That's called the pomo.
Yep, towards the far post as well, if I'm not mistaken, the middle to the far post.
Yeah.
That's the main one. Chai Pippa is off. So confirmation that it is Thailand 5, Singapore 0. This will be the biggest scoreline that they'll have beaten Singapore in the SEA Games since it changed to an under-23 format and competition. That was back in 2001, I think, was when you went on and won the trophy with the Vietnamese women, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I think it was later than that, under 23, because people like Indra Sudan played for Singapore that year.
In 2001, KL.
Yeah.
A couple of changes. Bit of pack is coming on, with the tips going off. Corn is coming on. Chipper pack, and he's going off as we mentioned.
And we saw Davis then forward like he did in the penalty box. He's a street smart footballer, Davis, by the looks of it.
Nice ball played over the top. Closing down from Singapore though. Just couldn't sort his feet out quickly enough though, Cheryl. Singapore making a change as well. Ryan Stewart goes off. Arshad Shamim comes on.
Yeah, Davis looks like he's playing the sort of classic number 10 role, playing in between the midfield and the defence. So defence have got to make a decision. Do they come out and mark him, or does a midfield player come back? The midfield player comes back, that gives the deep line players like Ruditip more time, and they've been pinging the long balls. So Davis is causing an awful lot of problems.
This ball will be dinged in just behind. They're holding the line at the 18-yard box. So Fami fires it in and took a deflection. Goal kick. Comfortable to try and play around with it at the back. They're trying to draw Singapore in, and the percentage stat has increased again in favour of Thailand. out, that's what they're shouting. He went down with the same injury in the last game. So Fami. Just looked like the inside of the thigh. The knee as well. Doesn't look happy. Fans look happy though. They've seen goals.
We can see the state
of today.
Look at the state of the pitch there.
Yeah, we did say about the near side of this pitch is the problem.
I think the band is actually Vietnamese.
There will be. They were singing and cheering Vietnam, Vietnam in the first game.
That could have been a giveaway.
They weren't even playing.
Yeah. And you see the Thai guys dressed up in the full regalia. They're actually paid for by the FA. They bring them.
Yeah.
It's almost like a ritual.
It's the Olympic committee as well. They pay them to go to the Olympics. They pay them to go to all of the games that are all over the world. They're great to see. I've actually met them once. They are absolutely crazy. Nice guys though, but it's great that they have that support, travelling and following them around. Right, into the final minute of the 90.
And we saw then the big man Jordan win it, and yes, he did try and get on the end of the second ball, so that they're getting there. I mean, they're certainly doing their best. If they put this pressure on earlier, possibly it might have been a bit different score.
Yeah, it's that period just before half-time and just after half-time where the damage was done. 3 goals in, 7 minutes? 45 plus 1, and then 47 and 51. That's where it's really hurt them. That's well won back. Jordan goes for goal. A little bit of soul searching for Nasri. Will he pick the same team? He almost picked the same team today. Will he change things? Will he chop and change formations, personnel for that next game against Cambodia, which is in 2 days' time? And then on the 14th they've got Malaysia. Cambodia up next as well for Thailand. They miss out in the next game, or the next round of fixtures I should say. And then it's Cambodia on the 14th for them, before finishing off against Laos on the 16th. There's Jordan winning the header again, but unfortunately no one in and around him.
You've got to expect the big man to win it and gamble. If it doesn't pay off, it doesn't pay off.
I think you can see from the body language of all the players, I think they all just want this one over with now. 4 minutes of time added on. There's a minute gone already as Jordan wins it back again. Banquet wins the header, just launched up in the air though from Chonapat, and they're not even trying to run to get out. They're just happy to just try and see this game out. Fired in long, looking for Jordan. Wins the header again, but no one in and around him.
If we turn blind then, that could have been very dangerous, turning blind. play back the keeper.
You never know what's in and around. There could be somebody just sniffing.
Yeah.
Now this will be Singapore's second heaviest defeat in SEA Games history for them. The biggest was way back when full teams and full sides were allowed to play, but it was back in 1971. It was an 8-1 loss against Myanmar, so to wait a long time before the second biggest defeat has come along. Davies goes to ground. He's just going to gingerly walk off. Just finished the game with 10 men. There's only going to be a minute left, and I do think that the referee, no matter what, will blow the whistle at +4. The game is over. It's done and dusted. Thailand will pick up the 3 points, and it will boost them morale-wise 100%.
I was going to say he'd let Davies stay on then.
They tell him to go off now.
Yeah. And he'll come straight back on. The good thing is
what's the point?
It's a good thing you didn't book him. Give him a yellow card.
Well, just a few seconds remaining. Jordan just to try and get in behind. Glenn Quay does. Shah goes for the top corner, but no problem there from Cowan.
I think Shah's worked hard. He's been involved in most of the Singapore attacks. I think it'd be nice to see that Zikos and Jordan up front with Shah getting in behind if he can, joining in.
Well, there is the full-time whistle from the referee. It's the second biggest defeat that Singapore have ever suffered in their SEA Games history. But it's Thailand that had that little bit of luck just before half-time when a penalty was awarded. It was Davies that stepped up and slotted it home 1 minute into stoppage time. Then an own goal from Harry Stewart after the ball was whipped across the face of goal in the 47th minute before Ekanit scored a brace in 51 and 66 before Korowicz put the icing on the cake in the 81st minute. That means that Thailand take all 3 points. 5-0, it's finished. A real comfortable, comprehensive victory by them. Should put them to the top of the table as well, but they have played 2 games. Cambodia and Malaysia have only played 1 each. They're all on 3 points as well, but that's a +4 goal difference for Thailand. Cambodia on +3, having won 4-1 today. Malaysia, of course, defeated Thailand 2-1 a little bit earlier on. Singapore are bottom of the group now, bottom of Group B with just a solitary point. And the goal difference isn't healthy. And up next for them is a Cambodian side that looked good today. They passed it around, they played well. They will cause problems to Singapore. And then that final group game against Malaysia on the 14th will seal the fate of Singapore. As for Thailand, have they turned the corner? They've got the old rivals out of the way in Malaysia and Singapore. It's different rivals with Cambodia and Laos to come. We'll have to try and get a maximum 6 points from those 2 games if they want to progress through to the next stage of this competition. High fives and handshakes all round then for the Thai players, as it was comfortable. I think it's fair to say very, very comfortable. So Fami looks as though he's struggling, and we wonder if he'll play any further part in this tournament as he's been helped across the pitch. But saying a thank you to the fans, Harry Stewart and the boys. Zikos all the players and the coaching staff just trying to say thank you for coming and supporting them. But it's finished here at the Chien Trong Stadium, Thailand 5.